This is a new dance called Azonto, which seems to have gotten the interest of both the young and old in recent times. It involves movement of all the joints in the body in a rhythmic fashion, taking very little or no steps.
And I want to share this dance that everyone was doing over there.
Azonto is the dance that we Ghanaians or we Ghans we create from Ghana.
By 6 o'clock, when you get to Accra and you walking, you hear them talking, "Hey, are you going to go? Then the people all start converging, you know, and they learn the dance, and it comes to them like a play thing. You understand? And so amongst them, the dance travels. People go there, pick movement. They're on TV. Go there, pick movement. You see them behind musicians performing. So the dance just goes.
So it's just basically how you feel it. You can add or drop, but you make sure you toe the line. It's a movement. See? So they have this trick. Maybe from the kick, you should feel it. Right. And you can add something else to it. Okay. You can do it in your dance hall way. So kind of like, you see, just how you feel it. It's a good dance. You can dance it with any tune of music at all. That's a good thing about it. And you move all parts of the body. So it's also physically helps your system, you know. So it's a good dance for me. And you don't need any special coaching to be able to dance Azonto. As you know.
Family is something that represents GH completely. You know, it's a bit Western, it's a bit African, it's where we actually are. It's
talking about globalization.
Yeah, it's who we are.
Yeah.
Beats that you can move with, you know, you can jump and do some, you know, some rhythm. Do some rhythm and communicate, just like you communicate with the other person you're dancing with. So you do the communication, maybe making a call, like this song, Wash Your Wear. You see, then Wash Your Wear, like that's how it is.
It's a movement that you can use to do a whole lot of things, right? To tell story, you know, like when you like somebody. You like a girl in a club and you want to tell the girl that you like the girl, you can just even use Azonto to tell the girl, like, you know. You see, it's like that, you know, like you and I, you know, unify as one, you know what I'm saying? You want to take a drink, you know, you want to go to the bar and take a drink, but Azonto is on, you see, so you go like, you know, straight up.
Like in the club, it's like noise everywhere, you know, everywhere noisy, you know, speakers booming and stuff. So you don't need to say like, you know, so with the Azonto movement, you can just tell your friend what you do, you're going to do and stuff like that. You can just get what you're saying, you know, so that's Azonto for you. And that's the order of the day, you know, it's the new reason for the season.
You know, sometimes you box because, you know, boxing day for the coastal, side of town, the Choco Jamestown side of town, and you know, some of them too want to bath.
You know, you wash your back, you know, plenty of clean your face,
they are adding Michael Jackson movement, you know, and that I saw in 1984, 82, 84, thereabout, you know, adding this Michael Jackson kind of, yes, they've added all those movements to it, and people pick them and swallow it, hook, line, and sinker.
Me, what I've seen is Azonto is a dance.
Okay, so you know Azonto to be a dance.
To be a dance.
Not a music. Oh?
Yeah.
You see Azonto as a dance.
I wouldn't say Azonto is music, because Ghana music is all about hip life. Yeah, it's all about hip life. So what I've seen Azonto is a dance.
It's not a music.
Yeah, it's not a music.
Okay.
I don't regard this as a music.
You don't as a music?
No, I don't like it.
Okay.
Azonto is not a song, it's a kind of dance. You know, yeah.
Okay. Now people are saying, oh, Azonto is just a dance. It's not a genre. Azonto is a music genre. Why won't people admit that Azonto is a music style?
When we started this hip life thing way back in '96, it was strictly rap, less singing. It got to a point in time, Achami came in and there was more singing and less rap. It got to a point in time, it changed to back old school again. Point in time, we went to crank. Yes, and now, you know, so.
It being such a young genre, it gives chance for us young producers to contribute to the molding of it, you know. I take a different approach when it comes to creating of Azonto music, because I believe that I'm lucky enough to be a pioneer of this type of music. So it's so exciting, and it's a new brand, it's a new craze, and I think it possesses that feeling, that groove to be able to internationalize, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, music simply for the people to feel good and dance to. You know, music that moves the environment
with some reggae feel, and also some constant kick and some old school feel. Sure. So it's a whole lot.
It's like reggae. It's like exactly what
reggae.
It's like reggae. You have that constantly, but you have different exactly. That particular Azonto, you have your ka.
Azonto could become a genre, but it's really just Afrobeats music, which is techno or trance or house music, with more syncopation, and you know, we are rapping to it.
Hip life, not Azonto. By the way the rhythm it is, people are saying it is Azonto.
If you notice, there's a pattern with the beats that are similar. You know, the style that Reggie Watson was doing, it's not Azonto tracks. You know, it's hip life.
I call myself, I do world music. You know, when we started way back, we used to say we're hip life artists, just because, you know, like, we were the first to rename hip hop by calling it hip life, the whole of Africa. And everywhere you go, Benin, how you go, they all call it hip hop. But we were the first to rename it by calling it hip life. That's our own version of hip hop. Yeah, I mean, so that's what we used to do, blah, 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 blah. At the point in time when you started doing shows outside Ghana, and you realize you have to broaden your horizon and all that. So you can't call yourself as a hip life artist. Though you do hip life, you call yourself as a musician or you do world music. Because at the end of the day, you're not restricted to the hip life, you know. I don't know whether it's hip life or it's old school, it's whatever. You know, we're here to name it. But what I'm saying is, I'm happy that since this whole thing started, almost every artist is going the same way, you know. We need to, we have to do it just to make sure, to stamp on our authority, and I think it's worked.
But for people to enjoy music, they have to move to it. And the question is, how are they going to move to it? You know, Michael Jackson taught a lot of people how to move to his music. So how are we going to move to Ghanaian hip life? It's difficult because everybody was moving in their own way. So there was not a major dance that went for the genre hip life, you know. So I think he came to save that new genre hip life.
Charlie, make we appreciate what we do, you know what I mean? Make we hold them tight, cause this is us, you know what I mean? No go fit do past Jay-Z, no go fit do
no, but the thing is, we haven't gotten anywhere with anything more than this Azonto.
Exactly.
Trust me, bro.
Azonto will take me go.
No, it's wrong if we say
why
Azonto has come to save hip life.
Why is it not so?
You've not seen every upcoming artist in Ghana, right? So you can conclude that it has come to save hip life.
Okay, when we make Rasta show, we see few people. Any Uncle Rasta people are come over there. Rasta people, whether you have locks or you're hatted Rasta. You seen, but last time we went to Azonto show Labade, me see dog and puss and them roaches and mom, dad and grandma, grandpa, everybody.
We can't say Daniel Mili should be Azonto, no, strictly Azonto. Then some people are going to go off business, you know what I'm saying? Yes. You know, because there are some people who write on slow tempo songs and, you know, they have we have classes of music. Fine, we are going to protect our Azonto. It's ours. It's our property. We're going to protect it. But the fact is, Azonto is not the only, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Kind of
so we are doing music actually. It's not only Azonto. We're doing music, but we're going to protect our Azonto.
As soon as the tune plays, I'm able to get it by the beats, and I begin to shake the body accordingly. Azonto is here to stay. Trust me, my word. Let me say I support the Azonto movement. I'm a hip hop artist, but I know what I'm talking about. Ghanaians gonna dance right now. There have been several popular dances that have come, and then they tend to fizzle out because that is the nature. The popular dances are dances in vogue. They come and then they go. But some of their elements are still found within the society.
Since my childhood, I mean, different types of dances and music have come and gone, but this one has been there for almost 2-3 years now, and it's still going strong.
One of the reasons why I think Azonto can come and stay is when the producers like you guys are still, pushing up the rhythms.
Yeah.
The new songs that are coming. Because when Azonto started, they didn't even have the washing type. They didn't even have the boxing type. But as the rhythms keeps coming, now we have new styles.
I heard people, because way back they didn't go on Azonto tour, Azonto this, and now they are even doing Azonto interview.
I heard it from Sakwa there. Azonto be a major blah 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 blah. Now I've been seeing Azonto as a movie or a dance, which I don't know. But I don't know if the Azonto is the dance or a girl's name or something.
The word Azonto, when it first came out, referred to somebody who, a boy or girl, a lady or a gentleman, a guy or a lady, whoever, who actually represented a ghetto life to an extent, you know, somebody who lived a ghetto life. It really applies to a certain class of people, you know, people who were brought up a certain kind of way. And it's an attitude as well, you know, so basically that's where Azonto started from.
Okay, or hustler, so to speak. In our time we used to call it Asopo. And you know that Asopo came with a beat. They call Asopo beat. So the same thing has happened here again.
Rejected. Azonto means rejected. So when they dance, the last move is just to throw it away. At first it was different. Some like the dance. I was a dancer, so they take it from the armpits, they throw it away.
Being a term for somebody who's actually who's actually representing a ghetto life. It became a term to classify that person, but also the dance to represent that kind of person also is called Azonto. And that term for the dance also graduated into the music that came with that dance. You know, so it came from personality to the dance for the personality, and then to the music for that personality.
Shout outs to all the students from the late 90s, because they had the name Azonto.
Talking about the senior high school fanfare, freaks and all those stuff, I've roamed all over Eastern region, Central region, and when we go to the fanfare, it's all about Azonto. Azonto everywhere, the students doing formation dance, dancing here and there, and it's nice. And the way like they embrace the Azonto dance, there's no way that Azonto can just pass by. And taking everything, taking the senior high school out of Azonto, trust me, it's not Azonto. Because all the dances from the senior high school.
And addiction.
Yes.
Oh, it's very infectious. When you see someone dancing Azonto, you are standing there, you just attempted to dance.
Body language is more powerful than vocal language. So when a language comes, which is in body form, it travels way faster than word form. The pastors have capitalized on the popularity of this song, so they use it to take collection. They have Azonto collection now.
You can do Azonto in churches if it's not sexually related, but if it is, then we don't have to. Yes.
Now, me, it's ridiculous when people are saying that Azonto is like satanic. Is it? You know, you go to church, you see Azonto there, and what's wrong with Azonto being there? You know, people dance, you know, in church all the time. Might as well do Azonto there. There's nothing sexual about Azonto. Azonto, you move your leg, you move your knee joints, your ankles, and your fist, and all that stuff. Kids are doing like crazy, and no one can look at a kid and be like, "Hey, stop doing Azonto." No.
Oh, Azonto don't be correct. Azonto is in the spoil the kids right now. More kids have become some age. You go learn. If you watch now, you go learn.
We should not relate sex to it. We shouldn't relate sex to it. If we do Azonto and relate sex to it, then what are we trying to portray? We should make it open, that everybody will be able to stand and dance. Even in the churches, will be able to do it. Is sex everything?
We have to stop all this Azonto thing and promote righteous things, because the righteous things we have to promote this time around. The youth them coming up must learn about consciousness and practice righteousness, because that is the way through life.
Are you shaking the freestyle? This is my girl Yvonne.
Yo, that's
And a lot of times you hear the it's always like it follows around that rhythm.
This one is the tempo 130. 130 BPM. Yeah, 130. Alright. So it's coming.
It's not for the highlight old generation. It's for the new generation that were raised by the highlight people and are seen to have a bit of influence from Western culture. That's what Azonto is.
So this is how I played the kick. So let's go to the other part. It's like the other songs, but the grooves and the drums and the percussion. Okay. So when we add all this one here. So that's how it is. So you get the rhythm from here.
And if it probably has some comedy in there. You know what I mean? That's usually what happens, what people write about in Azonto songs. You know? And if you're going to make a song about trying to romance a girl, make sure it's funny, or dominicano them out. La Pasto Yota. You know what I mean? And the video is funny. It's usually funny stuff that guys can relate to.
Yes, La Pasto Yota.
Or dominicano them out. La Pasto Yota. La dominicano them out. Or dominicano them out. Or dominicano them out. Oh yeah. Or dominicano them out. Or dominicano them out. Oh yeah.
Based on percussion, on I can say the percussion and the drumming side, we have less singing in it. So that rhythm that drives the people to come into. I say come to the party, if you want some better, we go give it to you hot, give it to you hot. I say come to the party, if you want some better, we go give it to you hot, hey mama, hey mana mana, hey mana mana, my baby mana mana, my party mana mana.
Azonto is all about fun. It's not about saying anything, you know, it's all about fun. Are you getting my point?
Sometimes you just want a song and a beat and like some kind of repetitive chorus that will just be making a girl's ass bounce and her brain just be looking at it. Some cha-cha lyrics, the girl stand and be listening to the lyrics and nothing will be shaking her head. The Greek god who just likes saying fried kinky, fried kinky.
What about the content of the lyrics? Is that important? It's not. Azonto, as I said, is a dance about a certain type of genre of music. And you know what I'm saying? Because I can watch you and say, okay, you're doing something like that, you know. That, okay, it's a certain type of music, and I say, okay, this thing can work with some, you know. Yeah, so I know that works.
Fried kinky, fried kinky. Fried kinky, fried kinky. Fried kinky, fried kinky. Fried kinky, fried kinky, kinky.
So far as it's danceable and that's it, it's not. You know, nobody is attacking issues, nobody is talking about anything except myself, right? I have a single out, it's called a Gadindim Goddamn, you know, it's strictly typical Azonto feel and, you know, that kind of the new trend, but I'm talking about politicians and fake pastors.
I appreciate what your artists do. On the real, we know they buy CDs too. You know what I mean? We keep criticizing, you know what I mean? That's the, you see, they make you feel you're not doing nothing. Actually, me and my people, they lie on hard to.
Hip life artists and these young musicians are always on the move. They are creating new things, they are finding new avenues.
I want every artist who work have a commercial sound because he has to be able to sell it.
I don't regard this as a music. I don't like it.
People are still looking for new things, you understand? But believe me, Azonto is African. We've been playing Azonto all our life. We just didn't know. So we just bought the dance for it. A dance to move to the rhythm, the African rhythm. So that's it. I always tell people that we are 800 and something million people in Africa. You understand? And everybody's fighting for 300 million people in America. It's wrong. Me, I'm fighting for the African market because it's huge. Be yourself. Be African. Fight for the African market. I think the Nigerians are doing it. They have the numbers and they are still trying to cross the board. Good music is good music.
It's a balance of good music, a good message, and passion to change the perception of Africa. So with Azonto, it was a message to showcase a dance that I experienced in Africa. And it was my passion of being in love with the dance and wanting to share it with the world. And the idea to kind of show the other side of Africa, you know, the bubbly side of Africa, the vibrant side of Africa.
Now, Azonto, it's our contribution to making Africa, you know, positively perceived place. Social media and all that stuff can travel to any country whatsoever through social media. And Banco's not as popular as Azonto, so I guess when you talk about GH these days, you talk about Azonto dance or Sarkodie.
Sarkodie. You know, Azonto was meant to be, but I was lucky to be the one, to be the first person to bring it out. Started saying stuff and I said Azonto, and I just left. And I don't listen to the song because it's a dance song, that's not my type of song. Then I was in the club, chilling with my guys, and then a song came up, and everybody was running from the parking lot, coming in to come and dance. And I'm like, that's my voice. Oh, so that was the song I did, like way back. Then I took it serious. Then Azonto became a trend. And people brought the dance, Ghanaians brought the dance, the street people, they brought a dance to Azonto. But the word was Azonto. Then they took it to the next level. And now, before I could see, you know, because I went to Malaysia to perform, and I was doing my hip hop thing, they were just, yeah, they were cool, they were chilling. When Azonto came on, that was when I realized I was really big.
Hip life music and Nigerian music and music that sounds like that into one
Afropop
or Afrobeats.
Afropop. Sorry. Me, as long as I'm getting paid, I don't care what they are labeling the song.
Because so far in Africa, when you talk about Azonto, only Ghana, we are doing the Azonto dance. Nobody knows anything about Azonto, only Ghana. But when the people see the dance, they say, the way the Ghanaian people are dancing their Azonto style is the way the same to we dance our Francophone dance.
They call it what? Awilo, Sharp, the movement that they came to this and all that. Yes, these are all Francophone movement and they are bearing on the locally developed popular dances. So you see, when they're doing Azonto, they do a lot of these Francophone popular dances in there, you know.
If I'm talking about the music dance in Africa, like Côte d'Ivoire, Guinea, and when we are talking about Azonto, we see just a Ghana, and it's better for that.
Afrobeats is just a fusion of African dance rhythm and the kind of rap we do to it. Yeah. As I said, you can't really distinguish songs from Ivory Coast, blah blah, South Africa. So far as it has the dancing element, you know, you just. You know, like let's take a song like Mujibaya by 5-5. Yes, it's a typical South African rhythm, but we're able to make it our own. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. Afrobeat, you can listen to a song from Egypt, Nigeria. So far as a danceable beat, you can also make it your own and do it because Africa will become one.
Azonto is a new dance. I think Nigerians have the Atlanta, South Africans have the Kwaito. God willingly now we have something new. That sounds African, that sounds Ghanaian, you know, that you can relate to, you know, God Azonto.
Africa, we are all related, musically and rhythmically.
I'm very happy to see Ghanaians doing our own thing. And people kind of like it.
Because right now it's in Nigeria already. It's in Nigeria because my friends they can dance more than me. It's in Ghana here.
Because now Nigerians are trying to play something like Azonto. Yeah, they are playing it. And I've heard about a couple of songs that is Azonto from Nigerians. Only they don't want to accept the fact that they stole it from us.
Ghana.
Yeah, but it's Azonto.
Yeah.
You understand?
I understand.
Yeah.
Everybody won't do anything like things about like Azonto. You know.
Yeah, it's already made in Ghana. As you can see, a whiskey that is from Nigeria. He came to Ghana, he sang Azonto. So it's gonna last.
About to drop Wizkid freestyle Azonto when he came to Ghana. Yeah. Make some noise for Wizkid. Oh, Nigerians are not in the game. Because if I say make some noise for Sarkodie, my Ghana people go make noise. Make noise for Sarkodie. You see? Make noise for Wizkid. That is what I'm talking about. I appreciate your artists. It's okay. It's okay. Say which kind of dance you do for me? See, which kind.
Yesterday I heard a francophone music, and this part of, I mean, there was this part that we were talking about Azonto.
Yeah, serious. You know the funny part, then the time you go see them, we stop, then they do. Then we talk, so them start them.
Like, it's funny because it actually looked like the Michael Jackson, what we're doing, like, you know, but it's called the Azonto. It's just simple. Give me some music right quick. What you got for me?
Hit that self.
It's simple. It's simple. It's
ready.
Simple.
And shout out to Self. He was ready.
I learned that from a Nigerian artist by the name of Wizkid. So I don't want to act like I created the dance. It's in Nigeria. Wizkid. Y'all can look it up. He's an incredible artist out there. So they taught me to dance. I went to Nigeria. I started dancing. I was like, whoa, I like this. Okay.
YouTube just have like station GH now. There's Ghanaian YouTube, and when you go to Ghanaian YouTube, you click on A, the letter A, the first letter of the alphabet. A. What are you gonna find? Azonto, Azonto Fiesta, which is one of the new Azonto songs. Azonto Dance, Azonto This. Oh, Aluguntowe. That is an Azonto song which is the biggest hit right now. You know what I mean? So even if the perceived Africa is a place that is poor, third world, and filled with war, we need to show more of the joy.
I went to the Billboard charts top 100 and I listened to some songs, pop, David Guetta, Rihanna, stuff like that, and it was cool. And after that, I put on an Azontomentary. I was like, Charlie, this thing can be in this list so easily. So because there's nobody who's gonna hear that rhythm and stand still. Yes. You will move.
So we're blending this Afro pop, this pop, dance pop thing that's happening right now. Boom, 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 boom. But we're doing the same thing too. Like ting, 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 boom, boom, boom. Except that we added some small boom, 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 boom.
Traditional stuff in it, yeah. And Azonto be something where it spread like fever. It spread like some wild disease or something.
It is the new developments around the globalization, the internet, and so all of a sudden everybody becomes so interested in it because when the thing goes on the net, it's going haywire. Everybody's like, wow, they place value on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's all love. Like, finally, Ghanaians, we getting there. Yeah. First time nobody won here we said. You know what I mean? But now, Charlie,
I'm seeing other nationalities, other cultures singing along to the music, dancing to the music as well. I mean, the Caribbeans are jumping onto it now. I'm seeing, Turkish people, Asians, everyone, man. It is for everyone. It's not just for Africa. So
it's a global music.
Nice. The different dances have come, but this was positioned at the right time. The right factors catapulted it to where it is right now.
Popular dances come with a kind of music genre that will fade and go. And that is what has happened over the years. because it comes to the music. And when the music fades off, another style comes. And if it doesn't fit into that type, then it falls off.
The fact is, music is about creativity. We brought Azonto and everybody's like, hey, we are going to bring something and everybody's going to go like, hey, I get my point. That doesn't mean we've forgotten about Azonto. Azonto still will still exist. That is it. Yeah, but it's not going to be always the order of the day. That's the point. It's going to change. So definitely different.
Like now, formerly was hip life. Now they say Azonto. So Azonto can stay. But sometimes now, for another generation, they are going to get something new. But the moment it's Azonto.
Nice.
Yes, perhaps for today we can say that we want to gather a lot of information about Azonto for posterity's sake. But as to whether it will stay as a dance for a very long time, I don't know.
I have 51 say just the same old step with a little twist. Yeah, so just the same old steps with a little twist this time around.
So for instance, when they go make you do this or that, then you see Azonto doing this. So you see some of the Palongo is that. And Azonto is that. Okay, and some people were trying to connect it to Adwa dance, which is this and that.
Yeah, you're right.
And that.